All right, we are live. Today, this is my first live stream of the day. I've been doing several live streams every day this week, and wanted to update you guys on something that's more fun, something I've gotten a lot of questions about over the last 6 months. Not something that's going to be real helpful. So I apologize, but do want to give an update on my commitment almost 6 months ago that I'm ready to leave Apple. The Apple ecosystem has been a part of my life for 10 years. I'm frustrated with their lack of innovation. I'm frustrated that their phones are over $1,000. I'm frustrated that when I needed a new laptop 6 months ago, I essentially had to pay a minimum of $1,000 to get a decent laptop in their ecosystem. But really, the laptop I needed or wanted was about $1,800. And so, in realizing too that I could get almost the same thing for a fraction of the cost, especially on the laptop side. So let me take you down the journey I've been on and then catch you up with where I am today. And made a big move today. Something big is happening in my journey of leaving Apple. So 6 months ago, I bought when I was looking for a laptop, what I was realizing is I do everything in the browser. When it comes to my laptop, I use, I use Outlook in the browser, I use Gmail, I use Google Drive, I use Box. I do everything in the cloud. And so I really don't need a lot of storage. I don't need a lot of horsepower. I don't do video editing. I do everything in the cloud. I do social media, and email on the computer for the most part, and a lot of video conferencing. So I'm on the computer with a webcam about 4 to 5 hours a day when I'm on my computer. And then I need something when I'm in meetings, when I'm on the road, that's functional. And so what I bought was a Samsung, about $100 Chromebook. And so instead of the $1,800 MacBook, I bought a Samsung $100 Chromebook. And the truth is, it got me 90% of the way there. And I was like, you know what? This is a pretty good laptop. So what I did is, and I was like, I can get by without the Mac computer. And but I could. And so here's what I ended up doing. I ended up getting I used that, and then I got a Mac Mini as my desktop machine. That's actually what I'm streaming this off of right now. My go-to machine is still a Mac, and so I've got this $700 Mac Mini. It's powerful. It's like a $3,000 power-wise Apple laptop in a little machine. It's just not portable. I already had monitors, I already had keyboard, mouse, so I didn't need that expense. So I had the power on my when I really am sitting down getting a lot of work done. And then I bought this $400 on Amazon Prime Day Chromebook. So this is kind of one of the top of the line Chromebooks. This is a Samsung. I don't know what the model is, but it honestly does more than what a MacBook would do. So this is actually like you can see it's, just a laptop, but it also can flip all the way around. It also has, my kids are using it today, it has a touchscreen, which I didn't have before. It also has here on the side, let me see if I can pull this out. It has a little stylus, which I can use. And I always wanted the Apple Pencil, so I got to test having a stylus. Well, and because I travel a lot, having this as a tablet, I can use it on the airplane. And this is a little thing, but while we're in takeoff mode, so I can use it all the time on the airplane and not have to wait until we hit, a certain height or stop using it. I just have to flip it around. And so this has become my go-to laptop, and I love it. I really do like it. I've learned I don't really use a stylus, and glad I didn't spend the $100+ on an Apple Pencil and an iPad Pro. I do use the tablet function. I am, even sometimes when I'm on my Mac, I'm catching myself touching the screen more and more often. So that was able to help me take me off of the addiction to the MacBook and began saving money there and more into the Google ecosystem. Well, then the other device that before I was going to switch phones, I knew I needed to switch my headphones, and because the thing I love most about the Apple ecosystem was AirPods. Because I'm on phone calls all the time, I use those AirPods a ton. And so I tried a few different headphone options to find the headphones. This is what I thought was going to be the replacement, though. It's like, what's the closest imitation? These are the Black Pods that I found, and they look just like Apple Pods. You can see them here. They fit like Apple Pods. I actually liked them better. I like this black matte case that it comes in. and the feel of them. And so I was like, yeah, these are going to work great. The problem is they don't work great. These were about $50, and these are not like the AirPods. The AirPods are amazing headphones. The AirPods work great. They connect to the phone great. One of the things I love about the AirPods, I can walk down the street here in New York City and talk on the phone, and the way it canceled out the background noise was amazing. And having phone conversations in noisy areas. And so this was not going to get the job done. And so I tested another set of headphones as Amazon came out with their Echo Buds. I was like, I got to test these. And so I bought these. I think these are about $100 now. I think I paid $150 when I bought them. But I love, they've got these, I got the memory foam ear tips. And when I put these in, these were the best. And I've been using Bose headphones for years, like the in-ear, and love those from an audio standpoint. And I love Alexa. Alexa's built into my life. She's going to start talking to me, I think. But I love what these have the capacity to do, and integrating with Alexa. The problem I had two problems with these though. One is the little case is too big. So if you compare this to the iPhone case, the AirPods case, and so it's significantly larger when I put it in my pocket. So that was annoying. The other thing is it didn't actually work very good for phone calls. Now, if I'm in a quiet place, it works good for phone calls, but it didn't cancel out the noise. The other thing that actually happened is about a month into having my first pair of Echo Buds, I was in an Uber and they fell out of my pocket when I was getting my phone because they're so big. So I lost them, ended up having to buy another pair. So finding AirPods actually was, or replacing my AirPods was quite expensive. So I kept looking for different options and getting different advice from different people because I needed a way to make phone calls, especially efficiently. I was convinced that these would be good go-to headphones for hooking into my laptop when needed, when listening to music on an airplane, but not for phone calls. And that's when somebody recommended to me, and I don't know what this is, this little Motorola Bluetooth wireless, and you can see it just flips out. I hate the way these things look. They have a stigma with them. But I will tell you, this little piece fits in my pocket. It is smaller than the AirPods naturally. And I just keep this, and it's like $30, and it cancels out the noise just about as good as the AirPods did. And so this became my go-to in my pocket, earpiece when I need to make phone calls on the go, when I'm, just need to take a call. I hate holding my phone up to my head. And so this has been my go-to for phone calls. So I keep this in my bag, in my backpack, and I keep this in my pocket. So I now have an earpiece for phone calls, headphones for music or podcast listening. And these I will say these Echo Buds, they have the noise canceling, the quality of music sound. I mean, I'm not a music guy, but the quality of headphones that these are is awesome. And the way they integrate with Alexa is fantastic. And I say that so she doesn't start talking to us. Now, the big decision, what phone to switch to, because the biggest connection and integration. So once I found my headphones, I was ready to switch phones. And one of the things that I really wanted to do as I was looking at phone plans is, and a lot of the whole reason of this is, how can I save money in this process? And how can I create and test of what are some things that other people can do to save money, but still not lose functionality? And so I found Google Fi. Google Fi as a phone service. It uses kind of 3 different phone services, finds the best signal, talk to a bunch of people, unlimited for $75. The family plan, as I add others to it, we're going to save over $100 a month just being on the Google Fi plan. And the way you can, with my current plan, I can't tether. I can't, basically use it as a hotspot on the go. Just so much limited functionality and what I'm overpaying for on AT&T. So I was ready to go to Google Fi and looking at the phones that best work with Google Fi. Well, obviously Google Pixel phones are going to work the best on Google's Google Fi. And because I'm digging into Google's ecosystem, I was like, well, what's going to work best on Google's ecosystem? Well, I believe probably the Pixel phones that are made by Google are going to work best in their ecosystem. So I started researching the different phones and watching a lot of MKBHD videos and looked at so many different phones, and I don't know that I'm locked in, but last week I made the commitment and I bought my first, well, it's actually not my first Android phone because I've had some for test devices, but the first one that I'm actually going to use on a day-to-day basis, and it's here. It came in the mail today. The Google Pixel 3a XL is here. So this is the day that it happens. When I turn this on, my phone will be switched over to the Pixel 3a. So I thought I would get on live and unbox it. I gotta pull this little strip off here, and we're gonna unbox this Pixel 3a together. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Oh man, this looks nice. This looks nice. So this phone was was actually exactly $300. Is how much this phone cost. It is quite a bit larger actually. If you see it screen size, this is the iPhone X. So it's quite a bit larger. It's got the screen that goes. We'll have to, get it turned on here in a minute. But yeah, it's got an incredible camera on it. As I was researching that, $300. It's also got the USB-C, which I prefer. Now I'm going to lose wireless charging. I was really frustrated with this too. My charger actually broke on this, and it was going to cost more than the cost of this phone to get the charger fixed. So we're going to use that as a backup device around the house. The iPhone's going as a backup testing device. And this is my new phone. You can actually see the reflection right now. So it's happening. It's happening. I've got my earpiece. I've got my headphones. I've got my Chromebook. And now I've got my Pixel iPhone, my Android device. I am pretty much fully out of the Apple ecosystem, except for my desktop computer. It is happening. It has happened. I would love any advice, any thoughts you might have around my transition. But wanted to share an update. Today is the day. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this video and transition. I will stream something new live tomorrow and see you then. Thanks for watching.